What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, consistently spoiled with new guitars lately. So on today's video, we are doing another unboxing video. This one I'm going to keep a surprise till the end. I know I always spoil them in the title, in the thumbnail. This time I'm not doing that, so you're going to have to watch till the end. That's some clickbait shit, but we're doing it anyway. So this guitar is from a company that I've never worked before, and I met them recently when I went to Sweetwater's Gear Fest. Very nice people, very excited to finally have something from them on the channel, and even more excited for what's going to be in this box. So with that being said, let's grab our trusty knife and start cutting this thing open. Real quick before we move on with this video, I just want to give a massive thank you to the sponsor, Shibori Threads. If you're familiar with my channel, you've probably heard of Shibori Threads before. They're most well known for making officially licensed band merch, which always has sick tie-dye designs like this Spirit Box shirt that I have on right now. And as of today, they just launched their brand new collection, which is called the Shibori Threads Staples Collection. This time around, it's all of their own designs, not in collaboration with any band, but nonetheless, this merch looks absolutely sick. You can see some of it on the screen right now. And in addition to this, normally Shibori Threads does a pre-order type situation, but this time around they're in stock and they ship really fast. They'll only be available until they're all sold out, and then these will be never made again. So if you like how any of this merch looks on the screen right now, be sure to go hit that link in the description and the pinned comment below. And also be sure to use the discount code BAENA23 for 10% off $100 or more. Again, the link is in the description and the pinned comment below. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Well, that might have been one of the easiest unboxings I've ever done. Let's see what we got inside the outer shell. Oh, it actually comes with a gig bag. I wasn't expecting that. That's nice. Alright, well this is pretty much going to give away what the brand is basically right away. So let's get that over with. That's right. We got PRS over on the channel for the first time ever. This gig bag is actually pretty decent quality. It's got these nice thicker straps that will actually be comfortable to wear and not dig into your shoulder blades. Shout out to PRS for making gig bags that don't suck. But I know you're not here to look at the gig bag, so let's get this thing open, shall we? Okay, well, this was probably the quickest unboxing video of all time. Let's see what we got inside the gig bag. Reveal on the B-cam. Looks very funny because of this extra part. Let's get that out of here. That's interesting. I've never seen a company ship it that way before. And let's get rid of that foam, of course. Okay, there we have it. This was a very fast unboxing video, but here we have the new for 2023 Mark Holcomb SE model from PRS Guitars. I really like how that satin back of neck looks on this guitar. That's gonna feel so nice to play instead of having gloss. Also, I really like this finish. This is a really figured veneer that they have on this one in particular. It looks really nice, and I'm a huge fan of this color scheme over Mark's first iteration, which is more of like a purpley gray. This one's more of like a blue gray, which looks really nice. The new version of this model also has different pickups. So these are the Seymour Duncan Scarlet and Scourge pickups. The old model had the Alpha Omega pickups, which I've had in other guitars, and I did think they sounded really good. So I'm definitely curious to hear how these new pickups sound in comparison to those. No locking tuners though. PRS, what are you doing? Put those locking tuners on there. This one also has kind of an interesting bridge. It's just a hardtail, but it looks a little bit more unique than a lot of the other bridges that I've seen with these kind of like circular cutouts for the ball end of the strings. Looks really nice. So this is the 7-string model. It also comes as a 6-string as well. So it looks like we have a volume, a tone, and a 3-way pickup selector, and the tone is also a push-pull. It's probably going to be a coil split would be my guess, so you get that inner coil position on these two guys. This model in particular is the 7-string version, which has a 26.5-inch scale length, so pretty standard for a 7-string guitar. It's a little bit longer than usual, which will make those low notes sound a little better, and then you don't have to use like ridiculously thick gauge strings to get lower tunings, which is always a plus. I know some people would prefer 27 inches, but 26.5 is pretty standard for 7 strings, and I think it'll do just fine. Here's one more look at that beautiful finish on this piece of quilted maple. It looks so nice when you rotated it like that in the light. Damn, like look at that. Woo! Some real quick specs. We have a maple top with a quilted maple veneer, and then the back of the body is all mahogany. The neckwood is maple in this satin finish, like I mentioned earlier. We have a really nice white binding on an ebony fretboard with, of course, those PRS birds inlays. So that's pretty much most of the specs and features of this guitar. What I want to do right now is plug it in and give it a real quick high gain, dirty rhythm tone test. So let's plug it in, tune it up, and hear how this guitar sounds. Okay, we've got the PRS Mark Holcomb 7-string plugged in for the first time ever. I tuned it down to drop A. Let's hear how it chugs, shall we? It it definitely chugs. Okay, yeah, it sounds pretty sick. These new Seymour Duncan pickups sound absolutely brutal. I was hoping they would because I really liked his last set, which was the Alpha Omega set. So these sound just as good as those. A lot less mid-heavy than the Alpha Omega, if I remember correctly. Those ones had a really extreme like mid boost to them, and these sound a lot more tame, but still really crunchy. One thing I'm noticing immediately about this guitar is even though it's only a 26.5-inch scale length, it feels a lot bigger than I was expecting. I think it's just because the neck is way thicker than pretty much any other 7-string I've ever played before. It's not a bad thing, it just feels very different than I was expecting. Okay, yeah, so this thing sounds absolutely brutal. I really love how these pickups sound in this guitar. Like I was saying, it does feel a lot bigger than I was expecting it to feel. I don't know how to properly articulate that in a way that makes sense, but again, I think it's just because the neck is a lot thicker than I am used to playing. It's interesting for sure. Also, the knob placement is weird in not a bad way, just very different. Again, where the volume knob is way up here and the tone knob is way down here. I do actually like that though, because I always hate when the tone knob or volume knob is in the way of picking, and so far I don't feel like it's in the way of picking, especially the tone knob being way back there and the pickup selector being down here. I feel like it's never gonna get in the way, and that's really cool. Also, obviously, bonus points for having that satin neck. Satin necks are always a plus in my books and always feel way better to play. With that being said, that's gonna do it for this video. Stay tuned to the channel for more content with this beautiful new PRS guitar. And again, a big thank you to PRS for sending this guitar over to me. It's an honor to work with them. Obviously, I've been a fan from afar for quite a while, and it's really nice that I got to meet them in person. And now I got one of their guitars on my channel from none other than Periphery, one of the best bands of all time. Before we end this video, I just want to mention one more time a big thank you to Shibori Threads for sponsoring this video. Please go check out the link to them in the description and the pinned comment below, and be sure to use that discount code for 10% off your order. That's all I gotta say for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you next time.